Oh, really?
Can you keep it short? That'd be great.
Right, I'm introducing Paisley. I've known Paisley and Jack for a little over a year and consider them to be really close friends. So where to begin? Well, I lived with Paisley Hall for a year, and she'll tell you now I pop over to work for like a scabby free breakfast. So I might think I know her pretty well. Jack and I've recently become good friends with, having socialised a lot, and immediately we just were able to chat, chill out, and hear far too much about this campaign for entertainment officer. Which just goes to show their enthusiasm and passion. Everyone has their own idea of what makes a good representative for their role. So someone may go for it. And believe you me, they've got them all. And to mention a few, they're approachable, kind, willing, both way too organised and above all they listen, which is key for you students to get what you want out of your student union. Both Jack and Paisley have their strengths and an amazing partnership which scarily complements each other. This diversity is what is key and sets them apart from anyone else. To give you a little insight into their commitments, first year they're out a lot socialising, getting to know pretty much everyone and anyone they can get their hands on. And if you were just a passerby, you'd probably have to run. Second year, they both went for the position of must, and it's no surprise they got it. And Jack's also considering going for SRS. So it just goes to show how their involvement with the Marjon. If you vote Paisley and Jack friends, not only will you have done the right thing, but you, the students, will have a bigger voice than you knew. Because they are both all ears, wanting new ideas, so you can get what you want and not just what you're given. So vote Paisley and Jack because they're decent.
Okay, who's introducing this?
Right guys, all of you on campus know Bristol. Most people know him as being an entertaining person. You can see by just looking at him or talking to him, you're going to find entertainment with him. So if you get his vote, you're guaranteed entertainment next year. We all find him very entertaining. I've lived with him last year. Entertaining just to speak to, look at, just in general, he's an entertaining guy. You can guarantee that he's going to give you a good time next year. Just speak to
I'll speak for several first-year students here, and I'll say Zach's an ideal person for this role. He has experiences of being a deputy president as well as also being a must. He epitomises everything that the university stands for, and everything he does so that students can have a better and more fulfilling experience here. He's here for every student having simple problems, such as how to entertain 8 men at once. It would also be from this event which makes Zach such a giver, constantly putting his needs or wants after others. Him becoming president would lead to positive influences on all aspects here. Zach jumps at all opportunities with 2 feet. He puts his all into the smallest task to bring out the best in everything. For the role of president, there's no one better suited.
Okay, then, Henry.
Henry likes trains, and now to the important stuff. For the media and communication officer, I think it's really important that the people have experience and that they're reliable. Basically, I met Henry in Freshers when he was walking around taking pictures of everyone every night, not being biased on who he takes pictures of, just generally everyone. Scuba told me by himself that Henry was reliable, always gets the job done when he was asked to do something. I've had Henry as a friend since September, and he's never let me down or anything. He's always been reliable and punctual. He's really keen on the job, and he's got loads of time on his laptop, which you can usually see him in the corner in the sub, sitting on his screen chair. So he has the time to do the posters and to do the things you need to do as a media and communication officer. He's extremely dedicated, and he's a prominent member of the media department. He's actually representing the media department at the faculty board. He's also done some professional stuff such as Citron adverts, which you can see online, and that altogether is why I think he'd be the perfect candidate for the job.
Thank you. And CI.
Alright, basically, if somebody had said to me that I'd be supporting a short ginger Welsh guy at any position in life, I probably would have laughed in their face and said that there would be more chance of me going to Iraq and joining the army. But all jokes aside, Joe and Yaya are, in my opinion, brilliant candidates for the job. Joe is currently studying media production as part of the media team this year, and has been taking pictures at various events and has now had experience within the media system at Marjon. She has also worked at producing a lot for the Grapevine magazine this year. Jan is studying sports media and currently helps with the rugby second team, showing leadership qualities and needed for success. Together, combining media and sport, they will be able to make the changes you want to the media team for next year to make the SU and students proud.
Okay, thank you. Alright then, if you have any questions, put your hand up, but we'll start off with a nice easy one. Jan, we're going to start with you. Sum up Marjon in 3 words.
Diverse, family, entertainment.
Better than Pliny me.
Everyone's studying more, which is the Latin on the Marjon crest.
Study Wheatfield morals.
I'd say good fun every day.
Absolutely fucking amazing.
Okay, right, we'll move on. Bristol. Let's go back to Monday. Unorganised, lazy, and leaves things to the last minute. All phrases that you use to describe yourself on Monday. How do you expect to do a good job as events officer if this is the case? Or is this the level of events officer that we should expect next year should you get the role?
Yeah, I'm not going to hide away from the fact that I said those things. Basically, with me, I'm a very laid back guy, but when it comes to doing stuff that is important with regards, if you don't do it, then basically nothing happens. I'm always there and make it 100% my priority to make sure that these things happen. But regarding these campaigns, I know I must admit to myself that I haven't been 100% into this whole campaigning organisation thing, but that's just not really me. So if you vote against me for my lack of campaigning, then fair enough, but most people know who I am, and if they like me, they'll vote for me.
Okay, this is only fair we're going to please me. In your manifesto you mentioned small weekly events. Some people do not believe the weekly events will be possible on such a small campus. What do you mean by small weekly events?
Well, we mean things like DVD nights, like putting the Xbox on, just bringing people in. When you don't have to pay, you just come up here and socialise, have a few drinks if you want. It doesn't have to be massive things every single week. The little things make a difference. If you're up here, then you're still going to be socialising no matter what you're doing.
What about Heath, you got a question?
This is Zach. How do you think you will fulfill the role of a good active president?
Okay. For anyone who doesn't know who this is Heath, who was our president last year, and he wouldn't let me get away with not answering questions in Hustings. How do I be a good active president? I've been deputy president this year, so I know what the job is, I know all the ins and outs of all the fun side of everything, of how to organise an event, how to organise refreshers. You know, we've got Mabel coming up, and that will be my first experience of doing it myself, because obviously being the entertainment officer last year, I only had minimal involvement, because it's kind of the deputy and president's big night to organise. So all the fun side, obviously I've got a lot of experience in. As it comes to the serious sides, I mean, I don't know how many of you are aware what the job actually is, but we sit on Academic Board, Board of Governors, LQSC, which is Learning Quality and Standards Committee, Learning Enhancement Subcommittees, Diversity Working Groups, etc., etc., etc. Basically anything you can think of at Marjon, we sit on that panel, and nothing goes ahead without our say-so. And for those of you who know me personally, you know I'm a bit gobby. So believe me, if I'm not happy with something, then it doesn't go through. So if there's any students have any problems, I will take it straight to the principal or straight to the member of staff whose department it needs to go to and make sure that changes are made.
Okay, there's one here from Bristol and Henry. Neither of you put a picture of yourself on your manifesto. Why? Do you really expect all the students to know your face from your name?
I don't expect all students to recognise me for my name, but to be honest with you, when I was trying to put together a photo for my manifesto, I couldn't really find one that I would class as appropriate to go onto a manifesto, apart from maybe a passport photo from about 8 years ago, but then I don't think that would have helped my case even any better.
I think that people should read the manifesto, because it should, I believe that this election and all the elections should not just be purely a popularity contest. I mean, from reading Joe and the Island's manifesto, you'll see that they're intending to create a TV station or a TV show and a live radio station. As great these ideas may be, I don't think logistically and realistically that they're going to happen because of funding, time, whether people are actually going to be bothered with this kind of thing. So for me, it's all about reading the manifesto and understanding what I will be doing if I'm elected media officer.
Okay, thank you. Zach, in what way do you feel that you can do a better/equally as good job as Heath and Benson have done in previous years, saying that you get a job?
Big yourself up much.
It didn't come from either of us. It's from one of your freshers.
One of my freshers, ouch. I'm not gonna lie, Heath and Benson did an amazing job last year. They did absolutely incredible, and I absolutely loved my third year. And I loved working with them as entertainment officer. So that's one thing. However, Benson and Heathy didn't make a profit during refreshers. We did.
Yeah, Heathy, I made a profit.
I've been doing this job for a year with Benson, and with Benson's help, I was able to pick up the job and what it involved quite quickly. And I'd like to think that you all enjoyed this year, and I'll carry that on next year and make more profit.
Okay, we'll do this one to both Bristol and Paisley. As potential M officers, what things excite you the most if you were to get it?
Just introducing new ideas, new events every fortnight. We want to do something that hasn't been done before, preferably. I know Jack's really excited about doing the social leagues. We're thinking about introducing beer pong Olympics and pool table leagues and stuff like that. That will be on every week for the freshers, so they can come up here and there'll be something happening for them. And even if you're not on campus, you can still get involved.
Joe, what's the question?
If you were to get Ed officer, what things are you most excited about?
Just being able to give you guys what you want for a change. I mean, this year, we've had, the MUS team had some sort of say in what we had in refreshers, but that doesn't mean to say the 12 people or 14 people that attended that meeting can speak for the whole of the freshers or university campus. So I'm looking forward to basically just giving you guys the opportunity to say what you want. I think that's exciting in itself. You know, having the events that you actually want to put on, events that you want to take part in my opinion, is the only way that this is going to be a successful way of having entertainment next year.
There's one for Henry. You haven't really broadcasted yourself or made yourself known around campus. Is this a handicap, and do the posters make any sense? Is this what we can expect from our media officer?
Well, I suppose you could call my kind of humour not what a lot of people at Marjon would really understand. But I don't think that putting up just a shit ton of posters and making your name as big as it possibly can is the way in which the media officer should be representing themselves. Yes, obviously you're going to need publicity, yes, you're going to need advertising for all the various events, but I do think that it's what the content is about and about what what the media officer will produce. And from looking at some of the posters I've seen, you know, some are great quality, and some others, I'm going to say, I don't think they could be better. But for mine, they're quite simplistic. They get right to the point. It's not a big song and dance about it. It's, you know, I'm showing the true side of myself, and I feel that a lot of people don't see that. So yeah, that's basically why I've done those little posters.
Okay. One through the officers now. Obviously, you're going into your third year, and you've all, some of you do play sport as well, and you have extracurricular activities. How do you think you're going to manage your time as well as doing the officer role? Starting young, because you've known someone for a while.
Well, I'm lucky because I'm working with Joe, so if I'm playing sport, I've got Joe to work with me. If Joe's doing something, I can work with Joe. So it's not like we're going to be short on numbers. It's not just going to be me and Joe running the media team. We're going to want people to come in and give their opinions. And we've got some good quality people with camera, people with good quality, people who want to work in the media. So we've got people who can take pictures, we've got people who can record things. So I don't think it's going to affect us in any way.
I don't play sport. Extracurricular activities, so such as working behind the bar.
Alright, well, my main point about my manifesto and what I want to do as the media officer is try and generate this idea of the team. I don't feel that being on the media team this year, I've been able to utilise my skills as well as I could. All I've been doing pretty much is just taking pictures, and I don't feel that when I applied for the position in the media team, that's what I was going to be doing. I felt that I was going to be able to have a lot more creative control and be able to create a lot more stuff without it going through this rigorous process of getting heavily edited until it's something that's not mine anymore. So that's what I do. I get the media team to actually feel like they're doing something. And, you know, for nights when I am working behind the bar this year, I have been, you know, stopping at 10 o'clock, coming out and taking pictures. So I can show that, you know, I am able to do two jobs at the same time, both equally as good.
Basically, this year's a lot of the second and obviously the third years know there's a lot of work and time management going on this year. Tossing between placements and lectures, sport and stuff, and I like to think I've done really quite well with that this year. Organisation skills haven't really been affected. I've never been late to any meeting that's been asked of me to go to. I think next year, like obviously not having a senior sort of role within the lacrosse team is going to help. I'm going to have basically all my free time is going to be to help you guys. I mean, obviously I work outside of Marjon, but I leave different aspects of my life completely out of specific job roles. So if I'm entertainment officer, on those days I will be an entertainment officer and I will be doing that 100%, no matter what other things I have to put off to do it. That's including university sport and everything.
This year me and Jack have both been us. We both worked in the shop. We have both had sports on training and games, and we've still managed to be on campus as much as possible. I'd like to think both of our freshers are happy with what we've been doing for them this year. We would make sure that our priority is the position that we'll be in, which is entertainment officer. So we would work our asses off to make sure that you would have what you wanted from us next year. Yeah.
Okay, there's one here from Bristol and Paisley. If you could describe yourself in 5 words, what would they be, and how would you apply these 5 adjectives to your role?
Fun, approachable, organised, massive idiot, and shut up. 5. I think that's 5, isn't it?
It's 4.
And yeah, massive idiot.
Okay, so how are you going to apply those to the role of ENT officer?
Every single one of them is essential to the role. It's about entertainment and putting all them together. That's how you get entertainment. And that's what it's all about. So
I'm quite approachable. I'd say approachable is the first one. I think it's quite key, especially if I'm going to go with the route I want to get you guys to tell me what you guys want for refreshers and Friday night events and what's not. Good fun, I suppose a lot of people can vie for that. Organisation skills, I think are really important to the role and also a really important aspect in my life anyway, with lots of different things going on. Three. I don't know. Beard. Heard the beard words. Yeah. Shows are dedicated to different causes, which I think is quite a key aspect to it, even though I raised absolutely nothing in total in the end. But I'd like to think that's not down to the beard. And also, I'd say I'm entertaining, not just fun. I like to entertain people in whatever way. If people are feeling down, if people have problems, then I'd like to think I can fix them by entertaining them.
I've got a question for Bristol. You keep talking about how you're going to give events back to the students and how you want them to be really involved in coming up with ideas, which is great. But over the summer, the entertainment officer has to work alone with Zach and Benson. What are your ideas when you don't have student input?
My idea is to use the successful events that I saw from my first year, events that hopefully will be brought in later this year, which I think Charlie's planned to anyway, which were really good events last year. I've worked closely with Joe for quite a while, being his master dicks, and we've come up with a few things for also. Our team looks quite good. Obviously, Zach to my right of me is a great and very entertaining person, so hopefully we can come up with some really good ideas for the guys before we get to the time where I get to officially maybe choose the events with regards what Charlie's role this was with the Friday nights and let students actually have their role.
Heath, your question.
This is to all candidates. If you could choose any song that represents you, what would it be and why? Everybody.
Everyone.
Joe, you got any input on that?
That song will come back and you
It's to you, you're the candidate. You're the candidate.
We work as a team, Benson.
At the moment, in front of everyone here, you are the candidate. The question is being asked to is what song would sum up you?
Tom Jones, Green Green Grass and Flower. Why? Because he's Welsh and I'm Welsh.
Wow, this is really tough.
That's a whole new Henry.
Alright, going underground by the Jam because it links to do with trains, I guess.
Zach, come on.
I would go with Titanium by David Guetta, because if I'm going to represent Marjon next year as president, and we're the underdogs against Plum Uni, then we need to be fucking hardcore.
It's quite a controversial song, but I think it suits the way it goes. I'm going to say YMCA by the Village People, because I defy anyone to not find that song fun and entertaining when people get up and dance, and it also involves every single sort of social aspect of life. Everyone's included, and I think it's just a great song.
I can't think of a specific song, but it's got to be one that has as one that's got a massive beat, as soon as you hear it, you're going to get up and start dancing and have a good time. And the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Mr. Saxo Beat, the one that the Must team did at Paralympics, and who won and killed it. Sorry guys, but it was amazing. Bossed it. So that one, sorry.
Okay. And a question here that we got on Monday. Bristol, you mentioned on Monday about a committee. How would you run a committee and a Must team when you haven't shown much organisation so far? Can you organise weekly events properly? On Monday you mentioned about a committee. How are you going to run a committee and a Must team when you haven't shown much organisation so far? Can you organise weekly events properly?
Yeah. I said it before, I said obviously this committee thing is going to be a big thing for me, so it's going to be one of my priorities, and obviously working alongside with the Must team is going to be vitally important, because without them, these events don't take place. In relation to my campaign, I think that's where the question is coming from really, like lack of organisation for my campaign. I mean, I didn't see, it sounds really bad, but I didn't really see this. There's a lot more other things that I think are more important than posters. Like I think the manifesto, although it's not printed very well, I think what's on it is more important, and it took me an awful long time to write it, to try and work out what's going on. But yeah, I really genuinely don't see it being a problem having to organise one meeting with, say, a select group of freshers, because that meeting could be simply a group of people could be sat up here in the sun, and I could just go over and have a quick 5-minute chat with them. It doesn't have to be a formal, every week we meet at say 6 o'clock or whatever. It's one of these things that's going to rotate and float with different people, so that we can have more people who want to be involved with it. So on that basis, I really don't think it's going to be a problem.
Okay, thank you. We've come together now, so give all the candidates one chance to sum themselves up. We've got time now. Is it one for Zach? Yeah, you can have it.
Zach, what are your current views on the current economic situation within the higher education sector?
I'm currently getting the nerve to write that on the back of my own business card. How long did it take you to Google that?
Actually, Brad Bezler pulled up within about the first 30 seconds.
Cheers, mate. Obviously, we know fees are going up next year. Okay, this isn't. Although everyone thinks that, okay, that means our university is going to have more money, it just means that the university is getting less money from the government. Okay? Unfortunately, there's been budget cuts across this university in the last year and a half. What we need to do at the moment is, because there is all these cuts and reforms with education, you know, for instance, they might be getting rid of PGCEs and GTPs and changing it for a QTS, you know, all these stupid bloody anagrams. But basically what we need to focus on is that no matter what the situation is within the country and the government and everything else, that we can make sure that student experience for you guys here, because at the end of the day, I don't care about the students at Exeter or Plymouth Uni, because they're not the students I'm representing. All that matters to me is that no matter what, you guys are enjoying yourselves, and we can make sure the student experience is as good as possible for you.
Okay, if we start with you, Zach, to sum up, please bear in mind this is your last chance to speak to an audience like this and tell them why they should vote you for the role you've gone for. You've got 30 seconds.
Okay, I really hope you're going to vote me as president, not just because I'm the only one going for it, but also because that you believe that I can do a good job. I have stuck by Marjon since my first day. I am so passionate about this place. If I wasn't, I wouldn't still be here. I've loved being a deputy president. I think I can do an even better job as president. And I really hope that you guys believe in me like I believe in Marjon.
Okay, thank you. What's the media candidates next?
Why should you vote for me? Well, to sum up in a few words, I'm dedicated, I can get the job done on time, I'm approachable, I'm friendly, I'm always up for a laugh. When I complete the job, it's always to the best of my ability. I believe that my role as a media officer is to represent the student union as its absolute best, to get the word out to the students of Marjon, not only national but international as well. So I believe that's why you should vote for Henry Wallace for media officer.
Thank you, Henry. Right.
Me and Joe are doing this job because we finally want Marjon to live up to his potential. We're a damn good university. We've got 6 boards set up. We're good at everything we do. So let's make sure everyone knows about how good we are.
Okay, Crystal?
I think you guys should vote for me because if you vote for me, you vote for a change in direction to where things have gone in the past. And if you want to be a part of that, you'll vote for me. So, yeah.
Thank you, and
I'm not going to ask you to vote for us, I'm going to ask you to vote for what you believe in, and I believe that next year me and Jack can make everything, the entertainment side of things, absolutely amazing. We have worked our asses off in this campaign, we've worked our asses off all year. I would like to think we've been amazing with us, and I really, really believe we can make it next year as amazing as possible.
Okay, thank you guys. Can we have the Deputy President candidates to the stage and their speakers, please? If you've got any more questions, please bring them up. I've got your questions, bring them up. Alternatively, put your hand up and I can bring the microphone round to you. Let's get down to business. Who is introducing Charlie?
I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce Charlie Smith for the role of your Deputy President. Over the last 2.5 years, Charlie has had a big impact on university life. In her first year, she successfully campaigned for sports officer. In her second year, she held the role of social secretary in the Women's Hockey Club and also received the award for Volunteer of the Year. In her third year, she has gained the role of the first team hockey captain and SRS for Tufnell. All of these roles are ideal examples of why she should be the perfect candidate for your Deputy President. Successfully campaigning for sports officer has demonstrated that the students have confidence in her ability to be able to fulfil a role within the MSU and do a great job. This is exactly what she would do as Deputy President. Charlie's role as sports officer shows her ability to be able to make decisions and to be organised, as well as demonstrating her passion for sports. Organisation skills are a key element to the role of Deputy President, and Charlie has shown that she has the ability and the skills that are required. Volunteer of the Year was awarded to Charlie, which clearly demonstrates how committed she is to ensuring that university life can be the best that it can. She is willing to give up her own time to help others, which therefore reinforces the ability she has and how these make her the best candidate to play the role of your Deputy President. Another example of why Charlie is the perfect candidate for Deputy President is her role of captain of the Marjon Women's Hockey Club. As captain, Charlie shows a good communicational skills, teamwork and decision making and support. Charlie is a very supportive captain on and off the field, and she ensures that everybody is happy and comfortable in what they're doing. She makes sure everybody feels welcome and ensures players are being challenged to reach their full potential. Stepping away from the supporting aspects of university life, only a select few students gain the role of SRS due to the value which it holds. Not only did Charlie gain the role of SRS, she's SRS of Tufnell on her own. Through her SRS duties, she has shown her ability to be responsible, supportive, and most importantly, caring. Charlie cares a lot about the freshers in her role, and I know this would be transferred into the role of her Deputy President. I know Charlie very well on a personal level, and I know that my time at uni would not have been the same without her input and support. I believe Charlie is the best candidate for the role of Deputy President based on all her dedication to university life, her ability shown within her previous roles at Marjon's, and commitment to everything she does. That is why you should all make a smart move for Smith and vote Charlie.
Thank you. Chanel.
During my great time here at Marjon, I've seen many candidates apply for the sabbatical roles of President and Deputy at the Student Union. As good as they all are and were, I am yet to meet someone with both as much drive to succeed and commitment to stand up for what she believes in as the person that I speak for today. For a deputy president position that requires you to be the voice of thousands, I know no one that is willing to shout louder and prouder on behalf of you than Chanel. In her fresh year, she lived in halls with the then deputy president and experienced what it was like day in and day out to be in an MSU position. As a second year, she became a member of the MUST team and was actively involved in inclusion for all and giving her halls a family feel, something that this university prides itself on. She has partaken in a wide variety of sports, representing Marjon at volleyball, rugby, and as vice captain of the football team, saving the penalties that won Marjon varsity last year. As a final year, and my co-host on SRS, Sian has been there for the students when it matters most, with some freshers from other halls coming to her just to speak to a friendly face, something that I think speaks volumes about her character. She's dealt with many difficult issues both professionally and with a level head when it matters most. If you're looking for someone who wears their heart on their sleeve, is willing to be your voice, and with the help of the new president, take Marjon to a new level next year, then vote Chanel Whiten to be your deputy president. Why not?
Thank you, Sarge.
It's my pleasure to be asked by Sarge to introduce him today. Tom's a great guy. He works tirelessly at every aspect of his life. He's produced some great results with the rugby team this year, even though things haven't maybe gone so well. The amount of hours he's put into one tiny club has been fantastic this year. He's a really helpful guy. I remember in the first year, like, a few of us having some problems, and he's just come around and talked to us, and just really approachable guy and nice to talk to. You know, things can get sorted out from there. It's very approachable, nice cuddly face to him. You can go up to him, give him a cuddle and stuff. He's just a genuinely great guy. He's dedicated in all aspects of his life. I mean, he'd be a great officer for the deputy president this year, and that's my reason why he should be deputy president this year.
Okay, someone from Bourne.
Since the first day that I moved in, Bourne has been a generally nice guy. He's been helpful, he's been kind, he's never really said a bad word about me, which I hope is true. He's a good circle chairman, which shows he's got responsibility, knows to keep the people in control, especially with two Welsh lads, keep him well on his toes. His manifesto holds good points which are achievable, and I think if he put as much passion in as he does into Arsenal, he'd make a cracking DP.
Okay, and lastly, Scuba.
Well, you all know Scuba. I personally work with Scuba on the men's water polo team, and from this I can tell you he's a fantastic person to work with, puts in a lot of hard work and time to the things he does. Scuba has had a massive impact to Marjon in only the 3 years he's been here. Take, for example, his role as media officer. Since Scuba has been assigned this role, he has made huge changes to Marjon's university experience by ensuring all your favourite moments are captured on camera and displayed around the uni. Also promoting the university sports team by letting everyone know when and where you're playing. Just imagine what it could do for you and your Marjon as DP. I know Scuba will work around the clock to ensure your voice is heard, and you all know he's a friendly and approachable person. This is just a small amount of what Scuba could do for you and your Marjon, so please, Scuba needs your vote. Make your voice louder and vote Scuba for your DP.
Okay, thank you. Right, first of all, this is for Sarge, Alex and Scuba. All three of you have made a notable change to your outfit today. Do you feel you made a mistake on Monday with what you were wearing?
I don't think I made a mistake on Monday. I used Monday as my opportunity to show that I'm still a student, I'm one of you guys, I'm here to be your deputy president. However, today I've taken the opportunity to also show you my professional side, because all in all, guys, this is a job. This is going to be potentially my future, so that's why I've decided to dress more smartly to show you my professional side.
The other day, I felt like I had to come dressed as I was to put this into a relaxed manner for me. I didn't want to mess up on the first very day of Hustings. I wanted me to come across how I am usually. Today I'm dressed smartly because I believe, simple as this is a job,
and this will if I get it next year, it will be a job day in, day out, so you have to be dressed smartly for your profession.
To repeat the point of everyone else, no, I don't regret dressing the way I did on Monday. As I said then, it showed that for every situation that comes across, I have a tool on me to fix that problem. This is a side that not many people see. Take it in. It's not going to be seen again till May, Paul. Thank you.
Okay, and following on from that, Chanel, you're the only one that is not in a full smart outfit. The students will be your boss, so this is an interview. Should you dress differently and left the campaign's tops to your campaign's team?
The way I dress will not affect how I work. You're lucky I'm not in shorts, so I don't think I need to change my outfit. And like I said, I'm supporting myself, and yeah.
Okay, there's one more 4 minutes, we can start a chat and we'll work it back along. When you were freshers, Oceana Wednesdays used to be buzzing. Now it's not so much. What would you do to bring it back to its old self?
I think, well, in our first year it was expected, like we were saying with the hockey team last night, that Oceana was a bit dead, and in our first year, I missed about one Wednesday, I think, because you were expected to be there every week. I think we need to boost the expectation back up again, and that's the one night of the week where we go out as a university, so I think we just need to improve it with I think if we, one idea I've had, I've spoken to the catering, is if we can get cheaper drinks up here first and have a pre-drink in the sub, then why not drink up here first with a circle or square or socialise with your sports teams, with your meals, with your friends. If it's cheaper in here than it is in Oceana, pre-drink here and then get on the free bus. What more do you want?
Yeah, with speaking with catering, I did mention Wednesdays and trying to get really good drink deals to get all the sports teams and all the members up here. If we've got good offers going on in the sub, then people are going to want to carry it on through the night. So then I have tried asking for later buses from Oceana, and also I did mention drink prices because they do go up. But at the moment, with money, this can't be done. But if we can get the prices in here and everyone pre-drink, and then I think it will make it a better night in Oceana, and also doing fancy dress themes, and then yeah.
Having spoken to a couple of second years and freshers on campus, one aspect that I wanted to possibly bring in is try and create some links of a travel company, maybe Target Travel or something, to creating better transport from the campus to Oceana. Because at the moment, obviously we have the Oceana buses, however, quite a few freshers, they don't get on the buses, maybe because there's not enough space or just due to timings when they're having socials with their sports teams and stuff. So if we can maybe create a better shuttle service, maybe to and from Oceana, that might create a better atmosphere by having more people there. A few similar ideas, similar to Chanel, we'd like to create some more theme nights on a Wednesday, not necessarily every Wednesday, but maybe once a month. Having fancy dress themes, drink deals in the sub here, and as well as Oceana, so having theme nights such as maybe a Mexican theme night where Desperados and tequila is served cheaper here at the bar, and maybe at Oceana, we can create links like that. So.
One of the problems with Wednesday nights in the week is they've got too much rivalries on a Monday and a Friday from the Motley Crown, who are offering cheaper deals than the bar. I believe some of the other guys that increase deals, especially on a Wednesday night and on events nights, would get more people using the bar. I've had ideas put forward to me like happy hours, pound a pint nights, just so that we could get more people using the bar, especially on a Wednesday night, a pound a pint night. You can come up here and just pay a pint, just pay a pound for one pint, and get a lot more people up here.
I have to admit, I don't go to Oceana often. I only went twice in my first year, but I've been a lot more this year. Oceana is entertainment. It is not solely up to the President and Deputy President to sort out the entertainment. It's the entertainment officer's job. So to liaise with the entertainment officers to work out ways of making anything better for the future is how it will be done. It'd be their input, our input, combined together would make things better, whatever happens.
Yeah, guys, if you could relate yourself to any leader, political, sports, whatever, who would it be and why?
I would compare myself to Mahatma Gandhi. I'm a man of the people. I stand up for people, like I said on Monday, I stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves. I stand up for what I believe in, and I'm not afraid to speak my mind.
I don't really have one, but I'm just going to say Steven Gerrard because he's a very good team player, he looks out for everyone else, and he likes where he works for teamwork.
I did an essay on Alex Ferguson last year, and I'm going to say him because with the research I did, you can just tell with his job at Man United that he's dedicated, he wants the best for everybody, and he gets results.
This may be a surprise, but I go for Winston Churchill. Just the guy gives great rousing speeches when people need it most, and just the fact that he's just a great leader.
I would have to say the wizard Saruman. Sorry, wrong white wizard, Gandalf. Lovely beard. It looks after the ones who cannot look after themselves. Looking ahead to the future, and as you know, one does not simply walk into Mordor.
Okay, I've got a question for all the candidates. You all talk about entertainment, you talk about drink steals. Are you aware of what the drink steals currently are at the bar? Because you're all saying cheaper drinks, etc., etc. However, at the moment, Link's vodka shots are on for £1, buy one, get one free. Basically 50p for a shot. The drink deals are there. We have £1.50 bottles, we have £2 bottles, £1.75. There are these drink deals going on constantly. So if these are already happening, one, why haven't you mentioned that they are happening? And two, if this continues, how are you going to promote the use of the bar, not just by reducing them even more to 10p, where obviously that would never happen?
It's a good point, Zach. I'm also obviously aware of the drink deals that are currently in the bar. Also aware of the 6-pint or 4-pint pitchers for £6 as well, which is a very good deal. I feel that obviously the advertisement for these drink deals could be better because obviously there's a lot of people that don't use the bar service that may not know that the drink deals are going on. I know there's posts that go up on the Facebook page and stuff like that, and there's posters in the bar. However, I feel that we could maybe, with the help of the Must team as well as the entertainment officer, maybe improve the advertisement for these drinks deals and hopefully get more people up in the bar. We could also, to get more people up in the bar, obviously broadcast more sports events. For example, we've had the Six Nations on in the sub as well as Premiership football at the weekends. Maybe if we advertise maybe some more wider range of events that are shown on Sky Sports or ESPN. Maybe, for example, there's an event, I don't know if many of you have heard of it, called WrestleMania coming up soon. maybe advertise, maybe if we get that broadcasted, then we get a few more people up in the line.
Yeah, with speaking to the catering manager, she did say that prices have gone down, which I have noticed myself. But I spoke about getting happy hours, like making the drinks just that little bit cheaper at a certain time, so people don't come up and then once they've had a few drinks, they want to carry on drinking. Also, for like Wednesday nights, it'd be a good idea maybe if we could do sports awards up here, because that would bring the sports teams up, and then if we can get drinks for the like man-on matches, and then that'd be done up here, and then they carry on. So if we can get the sports teams up and get freshers up here, and then let them drink themselves.
I don't know how well this is going to go down, so I'm going to just throw it out here. When I had a meeting with Michelle in the catering department, I actually suggested putting the prices at the bar prices at a solid level, so like all week there, maybe a little bit higher than they are at the moment, just so when we have an event there is a noticeable difference in the prices, because everyone does say, oh, can we have cheaper drinks this week, or it's like myself has even said it, oh, it's my birthday this weekend, can we have cheaper drinks deals? But like Zach says, there's not really going to get any cheaper, so if we bring them up a little bit and then concentrate on Wednesdays and Fridays as the main social nights in this sub, then we can bring them back down again, and then people, if we advertise it properly, it's there and noticeably cheaper than what it has been, say, Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. I did have something else, but I went blank. Oh yeah, with the, and like Chanel says, with the happy hours, it's actually on my manifesto as a thank God it's Friday. This was an idea that I actually got from the lecturers to have a happy hour Friday hour, like 4 till 6, or happy 2 hours, 5 till 7, where the lecturers come in. I've spoken to the BEds, they said they'd come in after school, all of us, like the freshers, SRSs, we all meet 4 or 5 o'clock on Friday and get this sub buzzing from 5 o'clock.
I do know the deals at the bar at the moment. I think another key area is advertisement, as mentioned by the other guys. I think like the Must team could help by advertisement more around halls. I know it's advertised a lot at the bar. I also think that there should be more day events in the bar. By having more day events, the bar will get more used more often. But I think it's also key that even though the bar is used, I don't think that every event has to be focused on it being alcohol related. I think the bar can still be used but not be focused on alcohol.
As everyone knows, I don't drink alcohol. So drink deals at the bar don't interest me. As you can see towards the back, there is one tiny little shelf which has 10 bottles on it, advertising only 5 drinks. That's also on top of the Coke, the lemonade, and the Vimto. What I want to see is non-alcoholic cocktails, more advertising for them. So if, such as now, with sports teams having drinking bans, they can still come to the sub and still drink here, spend money here, and have a good time.
There we go. My question is to all the candidates. If you weren't running for DP, who would you vote for?
If I wasn't running for Deputy President, I think I would have to vote for Charlie Smith. Not purely because she's my girlfriend. However, I think she would do an excellent job. She's gone around, she's done all the research that she needs to do, she's got a clear vision of what she wants to achieve as Deputy President, so I believe that I would vote for Charlie.
Sorry guys, just quickly, can we speed up the answers please, because it's nearly 5 to 2 and I've got a load more questions to get through.
That's fine, finish at 2.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I would also vote Charlie because she is dedicated, passionate in everything she does. She puts 100% into it, and if she gets it, I'd be happy.
I'm just going to repeat what Tom said. Basically, I was actually just putting it in my head. I would vote for Tom Tom Sargent, not purely because he's my boyfriend, and that's exactly what Tom said. He's passionate, he wants this, and he cares about everybody at Marjon's. So if he gets it, he will do you all proud.
I like Scuba because I think of the work he's already done with the SU this year. He's worked bloody hard, and I think he'd make a good deputy president.
Why wouldn't I be running for deputy president?
Hi. Alex and Tom, both of you have stated things in your manifesto, namely your sports sections that are outside of your jurisdiction if you were to get this position. So then surely you are promising things that you can't actually do, merely suggesting those that can. Perhaps this space could have been better used to tell us things that you can actually achieve by yourselves. So can you tell us why you wasted that space on telling us things that you can only suggest to other people rather than do yourselves?
Okay. Well, student sport is one of my passions here. Obviously, I'm part of the rugby team. I'm the captain of the rugby team. So with varsity coming up, sport is a big part of student life here at Marjon's. I feel that there are many aspects that need to be improved here, and as deputy president, along with the president, it's one of their key roles to help improve the student experience, and part of that is sport. So personally, I think it does have it is something that we can improve. So I don't think I've made a waste of what I can. Well, I don't think I've wasted space on my manifesto, because student sport is a thing that a lot of students here care about. I feel that by getting more finance for student sport, we can help improve that. And well, I just think I've not wasted it. So.
Similar size. I don't think it's a waste of space. I think sport is a very big part of Marjon's, and I believe that we can help towards supporting sport here at Marjon's. I believe that a lot of students have already spoken to me about sport personally. With me, if I was a deputy president, they've already spoken to me about how they would like to improve sport, and I believe that they're coming towards me before I might win the job. I think that they're obviously going to the wrong person. I think that I put it in my manifesto to point them, I can help point them in the right direction.
This question goes to all the deputy presidents, candidates, that is. With these all this talk about new events and stuff, is that really a realistic goal, considering the monetary struggles that students are having, the small numbers of the university? Is it really a good idea trying to introduce more events into the union?
I don't think it's necessarily about more events, I think it's new events. So, from personal experience, I have spent £10 exactly on fancy dress this year because I've got it all, which from a student point of view is amazing, but we kind of need a little bit more difference. Something like me and my brother were talking over Christmas how buzzing we were for the OAP night that Charlie Robson unfortunately hasn't been able to do, but that's something, because it's her idea, we'd love to bring forward this year along with many others. I think it's not a case of more, because as you say, it's money issues. We're a small university, we're not going to fill this place like Plymouth Uni fills Plymouth SU, but I think if we had a more new range, variety of events, then hopefully that will bring it back up and buzz and make the buzzing atmosphere the stuff that we want.
Yeah, sort of same as Charlie, really. Like, it's not about having more events, it's about having new events. I've been here 3 years and most of the fresher events have been the same. It doesn't take much to change the themes. Like Tom was saying earlier, Mexican night, like having the bar staff walk around selling shots and things like that. Also, it's not about having alcohol-related events. We could have, like Paisley said earlier, film nights, pool league nights, things like that, just to get people up in the sub, socialising with other people.
I'm actually going to say something similar to what Bristol said earlier on. I'd like to bring back some of the events that have been a big success in the past. One of the events which I'd like to see back on the Marjon Freshers calendar is Beer Keller. I don't know if any of the freshers here haven't experienced it. It's similar to like a German Oktoberfest style drinking night. I'd like to maybe improve a couple of the freshers events. So maybe like similar from my first and second years, the lads and ladies night on the same night, which I think was a better setup rather than compared to this year where there were two separate nights. So yeah, similar to the girls, I think it's just improving the selection of events we've got at the moment, not necessarily creating more events, as you said, with the money problems that students do have.
Yeah, as the other guys said, I don't think it's a case of more events. I think it's just a change of different events. I believe that events around Marjons, they should be made by us, but I believe that you, the students, have a say in what goes on, a massive say. I believe that you can choose the events that you want to have here.
I sat on a mature student forum a few weeks ago. I have the minutes here. Under the events banner, it says there's nothing appealing to mature students. This also, I spoke to Zizi, the international student union officer. He said this applied to him as well. So whilst there's a way of making new events, these events have to be made open to all to want to come and appealing to everyone. And I'm going to quote someone. There are no unwinnable wars, there are no unlockable doors, there are no unrightable wrongs, and there are no unsingable songs. Whatever we want to do, we can do it.
Okay, this is for candidates again, we can keep the answer short and sweet now. There's 5 of you that have gone for one role, whereas Zach is uncontested for a very, very similar role. Why don't you back your chances against 4 other people rather than just one?
I just believe that if I got deputy president, I'd rather work with someone that's had a year experience, knows the ins and outs, and you learn from them. Whereas if you've got 2 new candidates in office, it's going to take a good few months for you to understand what's going on and get used to the new role.
My answer is pretty much the same as Chanel's. Although Vivian and Benson were 2 new faces and did an amazing year, I personally, on a personal level, would prefer to learn from someone who's been there and done it. Also, on a personal level, I think it might have, I don't know how Tom feels about it, but I think it might have jeopardised our chances because, let's be honest, a relationship in the office might not have worked. So I think it might have jeopardised a deputy president and a president role. So that's why we spoke about going.
As many of you know, I like a bit of competition. I think competition keeps you on your toes. That's why I personally feel that going for a deputy president was the best role for me. I feel that, because I enjoy the competition. I think that I'll be able to work more efficiently with Zach, having his experience on board. Similar to what the girls have said, I think having 2 new officers in office, which would have been taken a couple of months to get to grips with the new situation. However, with the experience that Zach's going to be able to give whoever gets into office here, I feel we should be able to just start with the ball rolling already and just go straight into a fantastic new year at Marjons.
Yeah, I believe that it's important to have experience, and I believe that with Zach there, you've got all the experience you need. He's run a flipping good year this year for everybody, and I believe that with him there as president, I believe that whoever gets the deputy president has the experience there to make next year a better year again.
It's hard being at the end. Everyone else has said everything before. As I said on Monday, I've worked with Zach these past 2 years. If I got deputy president, it would be so much better. I love competition. This week has been invigorating. And they have put up a good fight. I look forward to tomorrow.
of you. Pretty much all of you have wanted to improve communication within the university. Your predecessors all wanted to do this. What will you actually do that hasn't been done before?
Something that I haven't seen done for the past 2 years is having, instead of just talking to each student union officer individually, having a meeting where everyone comes together to convey to everyone else what they've gone to, having mature officers tell what has come from the mature students, the international from the international students, the entertainers talking to students about what they want in their events and what they want as entertainment, and then as a group we work out how we can work together, and I think that would be a more efficient way of doing it.
Skills summed up a lot there, but I think there's other improvements that could be made to communication. I think the MSU website could be updated on a more regular basis. I think by doing that you can add links to sports teams, to upcoming events, to all sorts of things that the freshers and other people, the second years and the third years can all view, and they can contact the SU more easily. Also, I believe communication could be improved by having a termly magazine. I know we get one at the beginning of the year, the freshers get one at the beginning of the year. Okay, well that's what I would want to do anyway.
As you can read in my manifesto, there's many aspects of communication I want to improve. One of the main points was improving communication between students and lecturers. Maybe it could be regards to cancellations of lectures, lectures moving rooms. I feel that we could do this by using new modern day technology, maybe Twitter feeds, updates on Facebook from the lecturers. I also think that communication between student support and students could be a lot better, because I feel there's a lot of male students on campus, especially due to the macho sort of drinking culture there is, that maybe don't communicate with student support a lot when they may need help with university work, other aspects of their lifetime. Sorry, Joe. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'd just like to improve communication between student support and students, and between lecturers and students by using modern day technology.
Yeah, like I've put in my manifesto, with speaking to some students, all they think that like the MSU staff do, like sabbatical officers, they think that they just sit behind a computer, which I know isn't what they do. I know that they sit on meetings, they sit on boards and fight for students and everything else. So I would like to do a regular question and answer session where students can come along, you talk about what's going on in office, what you've done, what you're achieving and what's going wrong, get the students' feedback. And also that's what I said about having halls reps and things like that, and off-campus reps, because these can then go around, get feedback off the students, and if students don't want to come to these sessions, then the halls reps and that can come and represent the students, and then we can go from there.
As I said on Monday, I spent an afternoon being a geek going through all the government websites, finding out how to improve student experience for this year. And the main one obviously was communication. And the government has said that the way to improve it is obviously, the main two ways to improve it is word of mouth and via email or modern technology. This is what I took to my meeting with Marjon, and I asked her how she would go about it from principal, and she said that there was a very lacking principal-student support, because everyone has said to me, I can't believe you've got a meeting with her, that's so difficult, and she said, well, it shouldn't be. You need to, word of mouth is a way to communicate, advertisement, but everyone else has said, with meetings and stuff, if you're sat on a meeting, that's the best way, check your emails regularly, just things like that.
Okay, this is a question for the candidates. A lot of people, especially in my year and some in your year as well, feel that Marjon has changed too much in the past few years. For instance, my first year, I got a wristband saying Marjon for life. This was a big thing, and the Marjon family was promoted, everyone stood behind the crest, etc., and tradition. How do you feel this has changed over the years? Do you think it's beneficial? And if not, how would you get back Marjon for life?
yes, it has changed a great deal. We don't necessarily have to change anything, we just need to improve on what we already have. So yes, the communication needs to be improved. And I'm done.
Yeah, I think it's changed greatly from my first year. A lot of things changed. The subs changed. The atmosphere in here has certainly changed. I think there's less people in here a lot of the time. To try and change it back, it's difficult. Like I mentioned in our manifesto, I know there's certain deals on. I think certain deals, advertisements, just things to try and bring back an atmosphere in here, and just to try and bring back the Marjon family a bit more.
From my first year, I had the two Nickies in office. I think my first year was quite good because they didn't really care how much money they spent. I know they left the boys, Heaphy and Benson, in quite a bit of a money situation. But I feel that there's the mindset that the MSU is in at the moment is one of sort of saving money and obviously increasing profit. I personally feel that sometimes you've got to spend money to make money. I feel that maybe if we put on better events, maybe have better acts maybe playing at these events, that more students will turn up and more students will spend money. So I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I personally feel that more students will turn up, more students will spend money if there is the incentive to come to events.
Same as what the others said really, but also I come up the year before I come and it was the old sub and the buzz in there was just phenomenal. Like, it was just packed. When we were up here, I come up during Farsi and you couldn't even get in the sub. And like Zach said, the bands, I had one of those bands, I got it when I was up here. Currently don't know where it is, but they're a good idea and stuff. But I just think we just need to get the atmosphere back up. The sub will not be like it used to be, but if we can get the students in, if you put the money in, guys, then we can get better acts. It's all about you. If we haven't got the money, we can't do it. So if we can do events that bring people up here, get the money in, and then we can do better things for you.
The first two things that were said to me when I arrived on Marjon on day one was family and Marjon for life. And I think that's kind of been lost a little bit. Everyone says that we're one big family, but I think the attitude behind that is like we've lost it. I think the only way to improve it is to get back into the first years. How my first year was the best year of my life so far. Okay, so I think we need to drum that into everybody else. Yes, the summer needs to be busier, and going around campus, the buzz needs to be back. But I think that we are a big family, and I think we need to realise what the meaning behind that is. One of my fundraising ideas that I've got for next year, if I get elected, is basically I've got a t-shirt from my whole hockey club which says Team Clifton on the front and Clifton till I die on the back. And we paid £10 for them, something. It was £6 to make, £4 profit, and that goes to like we could do to the sports teams. If we run around with Marjon for life on our back, I think that's what will bring everyone back together. Everyone knows the meaning of it, so I think we just need to remind ourselves.
Okay, if it could be a piece of fruit, what would it be and why?
I would be a fruit salad because then it's a mixture of what everyone likes. It shows diversity.
Zach said my one, but I've got a different reason. I would be an orange, okay, because Deputy President is a segment, President is a segment, the officers are a segment, the students, the staff are a segment, and together we make a whole.
I would be an apple because apples come in many different shapes, sizes, colours, and obviously that's what Marjon is. There's a massive wide range of people. We're all a massive different wide range of apples.
I was going to say I'd be an orange, but not for the segments bit. I was just going to say because it's soft, bright, and round, I guess.
I'm not going to be a banana this year. I'm going to be a kiwi fruit. I'm quite furry on the outside, but on the inside you'll find things you don't expect. I'm not green inside. But much like the pips of any fruit, and especially the kiwi fruit, what I will do, what I will say in the coming year will stay with you for a long, long time.
And this question for all the candidates, what's your proudest moment at Marjon so far, and how can you relate it to your potential Deputy President position next year?
I think one of my proudest moments has obviously been part of the rugby first team at varsity last year. I came on the bench, helped set up a score, I'll try. But taking from that experience, I know there's a lot, especially as a club we could have built on, which we have built on this year, which I feel that I could build, well, I can put it as a metaphor for what I can build on as myself in the role of Deputy President. However, I think this is also a proud moment for me, sitting up here in front of you, wearing my heart on my sleeve, showing you who I am and how much of a good role I could give to you as Deputy President.
Well, for the second and third years that are here, I think you'll know mine will be helping save varsity last year. I was normally a central midfielder. I stepped into the goal. I'm not very tall, so it was unlikely I was going to save anything. But it came down to penalties. I dived and I saved 2 penalties, and this led to getting nominated for Sportswoman of the Year and stuff. And it was just good to see us win varsity and bring the cup back.
Mine has to be yesterday. If anybody was there, you saw the tears flowing after the game as well as the champagne. Yes, I am an emotional person, but it's only because I care. And we have done it this year with 2 different coaches. One left us a mark of the league. The second one left us at Christmas. And yes, I've got 23 amazing girls, and then there's me and AJ. And I just want to say, take this opportunity to say a massive thank you, because I am the proudest person in the world right now, because we got relegated in our first year and we bloody did it yesterday and we won the league. So thank you very much for your support, and that's what my proudest moment is.
I've actually got 2 and I'll be quite quick. The first one was being announced that I was SOS, because I think it proved to me that I was giving something back to Marjon's. And actually used yesterday, even though we lost 3-2 in the cup semi-final. I think, especially when we went 3-1 down, I thought we gave it everything. I think playing in a team, just giving it everything, we fought hard, and even though we lost, we still came off that pitch as a team.
One particular moment that stood out is one at the beginning of this year when I was talking to a freshman from Coleridge. I think it might have been you, Christian, when he said to me that looking at the posters that I had made him want to go to the event. If that can just be made with a poster, imagine what I can do next year as Deputy President. And as a quick plug, I hope that to be eclipsed when we beat Plymouth Uni at the swimming tonight.